When the gold mines near Pikes Peak were exhausted just before World War I, the civic boosters of the Colorado Springs area sought publicity to help turn their resort into one of the top tourist attractions in the U.S. Spencer Penrose promoted the automobile hill climb race to the summit, donated the antique Sheffield 60-pound silver trophy, and invited Barney Oldfield, the nation's #1 race driver, to challenge the mountain in the first Pikes Peak hill climb in 1916.
My early morning paper route, just as day was breaking, Glenn Schultz, Louis Unser, some of the other guys would travel from Broadmoor clear to the peak. And we'd get to hear those. And those powerful machines just enchanted a kid 13, 14 years old.
I was on my way home from some dirt track racing, and I was in a filling station getting gas, and I saw a poster on there that said Pikes Peak Hill Climb. And I had a couple weeks, and I thought, well, you know, what's the use of being idle? And so I gave it a shot, you know, and that's how I got started.
My sisters and a bunch of my buddies and girlfriends, we hiked up the Cog Road. And this was on a Labor Day. And we were very tired when we got there. But I do remember Al Rogers coming across the line, and I was leaning up against the building there, about half asleep, but I enjoyed the heck out of it.
I was up here watching my uncle. I was probably around 10 years old, something like that.
Picked up a magazine one time, and boy, I saw that picture of the guy sliding around the corner on the dirt up on that mountain, you know, and I called the guy I was driving for, and I said, hey, we got to take our car up there and run that this year, you know.
When I was a teenager, I used to read about Pikes Peak, and most people in the U.S. don't know it, but Pikes Peak is very famous around the world.
And I remember watching Bobby Unser come flying around the turn up to the Devil's Playground, 16-mile turn, and he's sitting there and he's chewing gum, and he's just going along, going like this, and he's just wheeling this thing along and comes and turns it around the turn and gets it, and the dirt and gravel and dust just flies. And I just remember that because he just was so casual going up there, and he won the race.
And my earliest memory was in 1964 when I watched the Berkeley Marauders race up Pikes Peak. I've always been a Ford person, and Parnelli Jones, if I remember right, won that year.
Bobby Unser is the one that actually brought me to Pikes Peak, and I, always, wondered just what that situation was, because it's a very, very special event, and I knew that the Unsers obviously were all kings up there, and I figured, well, if I go there, I know I'm not going to win.